Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining the full foursome, the awesome foursome of the Too Much Time in Our Hands team. We're all here tonight, which is very nice. We're going to be doing one of our favourite formats. We're going to be doing some searching questions tonight. I'll get into the definition in just a second. Let's do some introductions. Hello, Russ.
Sup? How we doing?
Yeah, very good, mate. Hello. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, man. How are you?
Tired, but I'm okay.
Awesome sauce. And hello, Duncan.
Hello, Tom. How are you? Hi, Handies.
Oh my God! How did I forget that?
Handies.
Hi, Handies.
The Handies.
Miss Handies.
Dan's looking
Handies.
like a vampire tonight. I don't know what it is.
I'll take that fucking win. Thank you.
You're looking quite like Lost Boys. Yeah.
He's-
You're looking more vampire than lion. On the
I'm
lion vampire
listening-
spectrum, which you
I'm
live your
listening to
life on.
far. I'm listening to a pure diet of Creeper and the Damned.
That'll do
that
it,
would-
yeah.
And
You're like
you're off to
one of
see
those metal magicians.
Essentially, like any bands with a vampire as lead singer. That's all I'm going for.
Vampires
Dan
aren't
always
real.
comes for the Handies. Nice, Dan. Agreed. Come for the Handies. Stay for the happy ending.
Yeah. And with TMTOH, it is always a happy ending.
Nice.
guaranteed.
Okay, so we are going to be
Money,
answering
Just trying to recover from the phrase "come for the handies."
come for the
Come for
hand.
the Handies.
So anyway, we are
pleased with yourselves.
going to be doing searching questions tonight. A searching question, you might be asking yourself if you're a new listener. What is a searching question? If you listen back to some of our other searching question formats, basically a searching question is a question that you might have in your head about a piece of media, film, anime, cartoons, video games, whatever, that always like nags in your head. So for example, the most sensitive lover out of the Lord of the Rings, who do we think it's going to be? How do
Samwise.
Transformers multiply?
How do they fuck?
Yeah, exactly. They get their energon, and when
Is Hogwarts an elitist institution?
when you
Like
hook
X-Men
up
are cult.
tails to those Avatar horses, are you fucking that
They
horse?
are. No.
Is it just animal husbandry? We don't know.
I don't think there's much ambiguity in that one. They're fucking
They are
those
fucking
horses.
those
They're fucking the
animals,
horses.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on with the handrail situation on the Death Star? Things like that. And the key point to all of this that we always say is once we have answered that question, you might as well just go and update the wiki, because what we discuss here and the answer we come to, that's the right answer. Like that's the one that is the official thing from now on.
It's now
Pretty good?
retrospectively canon.
Yeah,
Tom is
exactly.
looking really hip tonight. Like,
Got a hat on.
A teeny weeny
Yeah,
beanie.
He's got a teeny weeny beanie with headphones on the outside, which is
Yeah.
pretty.
It
easy
gives
to
me-
look.
He looks like Keith Lemon doing Craig David. You know.
False selector. False.
That's a joke, Tom. You do look sexy as fuck. I'm just playing.
It's amazing what my wife always says as well. It's amazing.
My
what
wife.
My wife. Like, it's amazing what a beanie does for me. I go from being old man to basically Steve Buscemi in that. Hello, teenagers. I'm just going down the skate park.
Guys, I can't believe we just kind of all did my wife.
My wife.
My wife. We should be proud. Very nice.
we
Good
are.
success. Slap the best.
Tim
What
Porsche.
are we going to? Who wants to go first? Who wants to?
Right, I've got a serious one straight off the bat.
Excellent. Let's start off this entertaining format with a serious searching question.
This one is
I'll tell you
Dan.
what. Practically nothing serious going on in the news at the moment that we're trying to escape from. Let's start with something serious, shall we?
So, X-Men 97.
Oh my god, it's so good. It is.
So fucking good.
Have you finished it?
No, it's too
Where you at?
emotional.
Where you at? Where'd you get to?
The
Episode. Don't say what happens.
episode. I'm on to episode 4. I can't cope with everything.
It
I'm
has
hard.
not yet begun to tear your heart
So
out.
this is where my serious question comes in. We've got Gambit, who I will hold up my hand. I was like, yeah, Gambit's cool. And then watching it go, Gambit is the fucking sexiest person. There is no doubt. So
I'm not hearing a question.
what the
It's a
fuck?
statement, but a good one.
What the fuck does Magneto have? That means Rogue is interested.
He
Why-
can fuck her. Duncan. It's that simple. He can fuck her, Gambit can't. It really is that simple. Like he can touch her because there's some magnetism thing, okay? And Gambit can't touch her. Gambit's all about like the dry humping on the outside of the spandex, okay? He can penetrate her. It's genuinely that simple, okay?
I never realised. Thanks, Dan. There you go. That was a serious question because otherwise, I was like, why just no?
But does she want to be with Gambit?
But hang on. Yeah, but they could just use protection.
And also,
Like
what protection is?
I know you'd have to be
Latex.
really, you'd
A
have to be
condom
really
will-
delicate, wouldn't you? You'd have to be like,
a
get those legs
7 foot
back.
tall one that he gets entirely inside.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
You you can wear clothes. Like clothes sex is very much a thing.
I'm just saying, and Dan's hit another point. Magneto's got that hot daddy energy as well. Just true.
What?
I mean,
So, like,
it's
as
hot
Ian McKellen?
granddaddy.
Or what? As Ian McKellen?
No,
Or
he's
Michael
he's
Fassbender?
actually
No, he's fucking hot in-
he's hot. He's like power metal hot. He is just like it's like imagine super buff Dan with because basically Magneto's got your hair.
Super buff Dan. Yeah.
Just, I've only
stuff.
seen half of the first episode so far, but that show is wall to wall with hot dudes.
It is.
It
My
is.
favorite. I saw a great TikTok because
Steamy.
the incels have been complaining that they made Gambit gay, and the best response I saw was, "No, bitch, he made me gay."
Yeah. Like if anyone's asking themselves questions, just look at that opening shot of him leaning against the kitchen counter, and that will make your mind up for you.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it just turns everyone.
It is genuinely the one thing that Rogue and Gambit can't do is touch each other, and that is what pulls them apart. And whereas Magneto is like one of the only people in the world that can touch Rogue and survive, so as a result, it kind of makes sense.
All right,
So her-
there you go.
so
So
her
Pump
sorry.
enough
dating-
Cialis into him anyway, he'll be good to go.
Her dating pool is quite slim then,
It's Magneto.
but her sex pool rather than.
But she could probably fuck
sex pool.
Colossus, couldn't she? Because he can just go metal.
I don't
I
like
still
the
think
phrase
that
sex
still
pool.
count. I think it's metal skin. So where he's like, it's genuinely this magnetic field that Magneto can put around himself.
So
if,
like,
if you go by the comics, eventually Gambit kind of works it out. Puts in a lot of effort, but he manages to work it out.
so what's he use? Gloves.
Gambit, he's still up in the lab. Yes! You coming to bed? No, I've nearly got this!
No, I'm going to fix this.
I'm
I'm
going to
going
win
to
a
work
fucking
it out.
Nobel Prize, but more importantly, I'm going to knob Rogue.
I'm going to do this.
I mean, there we go. All right, that was it. We haven't
But-
got along, so let's.
I will say this: if it runs to like 5 past, it's not the end of the world. I will say this: just keep watching, Duncan. Okay.
I will do, but it's such an emotional
Dan will not be
roller
cut
coaster.
short while talking about Gambit.
And Russ, are you watching with Sharp?
No, I literally just like put on the first episode just to sort of see what it looked like and how it was and everything. It looks really, really
The
good.
Shard?
I'm going to watch it.
With Shah.
Oh,
You know, the person
He's
I'm married
watching
to
it
that
at the
you've known for
Shard.
about 20 years.
yeah. So
Who?
I heard you watching the shark. Yeah, yes.
He was
Excellent.
very pissed at our wedding. He genuinely might not remember.
Imagine
I-
if that just like knocked the memory of one person out of your head.
Gambit is so hot, I've completely forgotten about the woman I'm married to.
About
That could
Russ's
happen. There's probably someone who's watching that cartoon, looks up when their wife comes in, and he's like, "Who are you? I'm married to this guy."
Gambit and I have been happily married for the last 20 years. Get out of my house.
Just look
But
at
if
you know,
you're
there's-
asking me,
you know, there's people in Japan that marry cartoons. How do you get that? How do you do that? I want that.
Yeah.
Don't-
I want to
don't
forget you.
if you're asking me, who, if I was Rogue, right, and would I rather have some dirty hot sex with Magneto, or just watch each other masturbate across a room with the Gambit? I'd go watch each other masturbate across the room with Gambit. So yeah, there we go.
Sometimes watching someone masturbate isn't great.
And sort of haunted pal to your demeanour.
There's just a mutual feeling that
Everyone's
no
had
one-
some bad experiences on those instant video chat programs.
It's probably
Yeah.
rare that you would ever feel that self-conscious in any other situation as well.
I can't imagine feeling self-conscious with.
Here's another
Anyway,
one then.
never
Just following
mind.
on that, do you think Gambit can charge his
Yes.
jizz?
Oh, he
No,
definitely
no, he
does.
can't charge his jizz. No, but I thought you were going to say, can he charge anything with his cock? Yes, he can.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Yeah, he can. do
Man,
that, yeah.
a charged
I mean,
condom.
How do I know this shit?
I don't know, Dan.
I
But
kind of
So
feel
has that been like canonically answered somewhere?
Okay, so it depends.
That was probably one of the first questions that people asked.
Gambit-
No, but can he do it
Gambit
with his
can't
dick?
really
though?
charge.
going in on this.
Can't charge like actual living material, so he can't charge spunk basically. Real good question though. Could he charge like a Yakult?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's filled with friendly bacteria, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, we've
already
been
quite
we've been
charged.
locked
The
in this
bottle.
room, and the only thing that's in here is this pot of bioactive culture. God damn it!
Charge it.
It's impossible.
Guys, I'm not recording by the way, so I'm gonna have to get this off YouTube at some point whenever it goes up. Just fucking watch it anyway. It's gold. We're beautiful. So
Right.
yeah,
Next
so yeah,
one.
so that's the question. However, the Gambit has an alternate reality version of himself called New Sun, who can charge human material, which means he can literally go up to someone, touch them, and make them explode. To be fair, he could come up to me, touch me, and he could make me explode.
All on the inside of my pants.
All of it. If this is your
Gross.
first time, this is pretty much the tone, by the way, guys. So it's first time watching. This is
Yeah,
Pretty much
strong
Is
start.
anyone watching?
yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
very
Hi,
strong
Handies.
start.
Hi,
Hey,
Handies.
Handies. Right, who's next? No, we've spoken about that. That's done.
Scrape off all the Gambit talk.
Do you want a slightly more wholesome one?
Sure.
Yeah, a bit more wholesome.
Okay. Mr. Bean.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have some questions. What's he been sent to Earth to do? Because it's now like canonically assumed he's an alien, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, even
Yeah.
in the cartoon, it's proved he's an alien. It's
Is
definitely
there-
shown categorically.
Is there going to be like? Is he going to be involved in the disclosure, like of like? we've been getting
What's his
from
name?
the US government?
Thingy Rush.
Yeah, yeah. And what do we think? What precautions do we think we're taking against stopping Mr. Bean from taking over the world and stealing all our resources or whatever it is he's here to do?
The main one is making sure he has his cuddly toy.
That
Like,
little
he
bear.
needs that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
But
will.
is
he will
the
fuck
bear
you
actually
up.
like? Is he the one in charge?
Or maybe.
Nah, I think the bear is just a comforter. He likes it. It's a novelty, but he doesn't have it on his planet, so he needs it.
No, so they do. So in the cartoon, he is visited by a load of other beans that look like him, and all of them have different teddy bears. It is a thing in his race.
Ooh.
So they all have teddy bears, but the ship that they land in is incredibly advanced. It's like a classic, flying saucer, blinking lights, control screens, everything. It's all there. But the rest of his race are really happy to see him. Like he is clearly there for a reason. He's here on Earth for a reason, and they're all really happy to see him. And he looks really happy to realize what's happened, because he suddenly realizes that he's not alone, and that he is, the feelings he's been having of being weird are not, they're not weird. He's actually part of this race. So my inclination is that he doesn't know until that point in the cartoon, whenever that is. Like, he doesn't know that he's an alien.
Okay.
He comes to Earth with amnesia, I think.
Well, he does get knock the memory out of you, no problem.
Fucking A. So what do we think the government's? Do we think they're keeping tabs on him? Think they know he's there?
The police always seem to be onto him quite quickly, don't they? Whenever any
Yeah.
of the shenanigans start happening, especially
I
in the
think
cartoon,
just-
it's always the same police officer, so it's like they're keeping.
I mean,
they're tracking
what
him.
human would drive their car in an armchair attached to the ceiling of
Yeah.
their Mini?
And what's the beef with the Robin Reliant? Like,
I fucking love that. What if that's like a rival alien?
yeah.
Yeah, that's someone from a. Because do you ever even see the person driving the Robin Reliant?
No, not
don't think you
up
do.
close.
Maybe it's just
Is that, that's, in
Robin
the, that's in the
Reliant.
original TV show as well, isn't it? He crashed
Yeah, the
into this
first
Blue Robin.
first series. Yeah, the Blue Robin Reliant. He put it's. I think it's only in one episode actually. He gets pushed out of a parking space when he goes to church.
Mm.
He gets pushed out of a parking space when he goes to his exam, and I think it gets pushed out of a parking space when he goes to. I've already said the beach. Oh no, the beach as
It
well.
ends up at the beach in the first episode. And didn't it go over a cliff or something?
Yeah.
Maybe the Robin Reliant is actually reminds him of, and he doesn't realize it, but there's a deep memory that something similar to Robin Reliant on his home planet gave him major issues, and the Robin Reliant sort of triggers something. He doesn't really realize it because obviously he's got serious amnesia. But
I don't
that's
think
why
the
he
government
hates it.
know about him either. I don't think they do because I think he appears in bam on the back street of like somewhere in the city. So I don't reckon the government knows he's here. Although they might do now. After that episode where the rest of his race arrive.
Mm.
You
I
know,
don't-
Also,
haven't seen that,
that
but
music
do, like-
video with Boyzone probably gives it away as well. Maybe.
Nice.
Apparently, the video keeps freezing. I don't know whether there's anything we can do about that, but
No, it's just that we stop talking every now and then.
Yeah, strike a pose. No, I think the internet's just being a bit shit, but there's not really anything we can do. We had there was some sort of massive power cut down the road here. Some sort of pipe with electricity in it exploded, and it exploded all over the internet pipe as well. So it's all been a bit
shit.
dodgy.
I hate when that happens.
Don't want to get too technical for you.
Well, one
much.
of our electricity pipes burst. It was all over the place.
Dripping everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, dripping over. I mean, loads of it. I had to sort of scoop it up in plastic buckets, put it back in.
Danger, danger. High voltage.
High voltage.
Voltage.
When we
It's
touch,
okay if you scoop up electricity in a
Okay.
plastic bucket, isn't it?
Yeah,
Don't use a metal one.
it's good. If you pour white wine on the electricity, it's a lot easier to
It
get
sort
up.
of neutralises it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just
Balances it. out.
pH. Taking a look around. So next one. Is there another one?
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah,
We're done.
Done.
Okay. Okay. All right. I've got one.
for
Fireflies from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Their sort of mantra or tagline or brand promise or whatever the hell you want to call it is
Brand
when you-
promise.
Brown values.
is when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. But I have some questions about this because when you're lost in the darkness,
There's no fucking light.
what are you doing? Are you fumbling around? Like, what? Okay, so right, I want everyone to imagine that they're in a dark room, completely dark, unfamiliar room. Haven't seen it. You're just pushed in through the door, and then that's it. How are you going to now start going about, being lost in the darkness, looking for the light switch? Like, what are you going to do?
so this sort of weirdly works. Start clicking. You sort of like go. You do actually. You get your eyes will obviously adjust in the room, but you can sort of click, and eventually you can sort of detect. I've done it.
Are you saying you can sort of will yourself to be able to echolocate?
Yeah, it's a weird form of echolocation, but eventually you sort of adjust, and you can sometimes sense when you're close to a wall.
really want to believe
Because of this
you.
very sharp pain in your
No,
head as you
because
walk into
someone
Oh, beluga whale!
essentially there's I can't remember where, but someone did do it, and actually it's probably more people who've lost their eyesight do it because you can't. There are some people who have developed a way of just being able to, because their hearing is good, mine's shite, but you can sort of hear that you do adjust. And obviously with now my augmented hearing, I can do it a bit better, but it does work. It sort of works.
Let's give that a
You
go.
are
Are you watching
also,
Daredevil?
you are also no. He's also making quite a good link to The Last of Us with the clickers. Like obviously they use their sort of like noise as echolocation because their heads are like a big sort of like speaker shape, almost
Yeah.
like
Or like the siren
They've
head.
got big weird ears.
got big weird ears. Okay, so Duncan's going to try rudimentary echolocation, like some sort of beluga whale.
I'd
Do you
say that
think
you think
they're-
their phrase is actually an abbreviation of when you're lost in the dark, just look for the light switch.
Yeah,
One hand out
Whoever
against
was
the wall,
writing it
follow
got
it round,
distracted.
short steps, you'll find it, don't worry.
Do you think it's more allegorical rather than literal? Figurative.
Yes.
no, I think it's literal.
No, I think so. Yeah, when you're lost in the
Literally,
darkness, look for the
just
light
sound advice. Just look for the light switch.
or the lamp. When you're lost in the darkness, look for the lamp.
When you're lost in the darkness,
Look for my
turn
torch.
on the torch that you should have brought with you when you were going into the darkness.
Yeah. If you've joined the
as a-
Fireflies, whenever you're lost in the darkness, you better have a torch.
Well, if you're a
Keep 'em out.
firefly, you're meant to have a glowing
That's what the
bum.
phrase was at the start of the sort of review phase when they're like, I think we can get this a bit snappier.
Yeah.
When you are going into a dark environment, please be prepared with mobile light emitting equipment and a suitable supply of batteries for the aforementioned light emitting equipment.
Is there any way we
Yeah,
can
Jeff,
boil
I
that
think we
down to
can-
a sort of a...
It's not, it's not giving me the feels. I think we can punch this up a bit,
Oh, yes, very strong, very strong. Yes. This sort of stuff always reminds me of W1A. Just... Oh, yes, very strong. Oh, quite right, yes. Oh, sure, very strong. Dan, how are you going to find the light?
Oh, if this is in the world of The Last of Us, right?
Well, no, it's just when you're lost in the dark.
Okay, because if it's in the world of The Last of Us, I just give myself willingly and die.
You're like my
easier.
wife. My wife's plan in a disaster is just to fall asleep and die.
Yeah, that's a really good plan, Tom.
So you're
Really
lost
good.
in the darkness. So instead of trying to find your way out or crawling on you're just going to stop, roll over, and sleep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hope
hopefully
something that
die.
finds me that will just kill me instantly.
Pound
yes.
out a swift one, wait for the swift embrace of death.
Yeah.
Gambit.
Yeah, if I'm lost in the darkness, I'm holding Gambit's hand, and he can light the way. That's fine. No, you just feel your way out. If you're lost in the darkness, feel your way out.
Feel your way out. Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel my way in.
That's the only way. Like, if you're lost in the darkness, it means there is no light.
Yeah, but again, it's less
That's
snappy,
true.
isn't it? If you're lost in the dark, look for the light, but there won't be any light because if there was, you wouldn't be in the dark.
It wouldn't be in the dark. Yeah, you fucking.
you-
idiot.
You can.
When
You can
you're lost
do
in the
also-
darkness, it's a safe bet the power's failed.
No wonder you let
So-
Joel kill most of you. Like, just,
Yeah, just so angry he can't find the light switch. You motherfuckers!
Articulate yourselves better and know where the light switches are.
walk into hospital. It's poorly lit.
Yeah, it's
With-
so poorly lit.
Your exit sign's out.
Yeah.
They just needed those the light switches where you turn it off. There's that little flickery red. It's not LED, is it? Like a little lamp thing in it, show where it is. Like in an accessible toilet.
Why are these light switches so unobvious?
How to light it up by firing my gun at people.
Yeah, but-
Oh, well, I mean, you'll know roughly where the door is behind you that they've just shut you in, and light switches are usually next to the door, so you just go back to the door.
I'm gonna make light work of you with my gun. Excellent. Just so angry, it's just a little too dark. They just killed
I love it.
every-
I love it. It cuts to Joel and Ellie, and she's like, "You did that, and you didn't give me my choice. I made a choice to do this." Because, well, that's not the only reason I did it.
Yeah. No, I mean I totally love you and everything, but
Yeah,
like it was
but-
just.
But also, did you see how I tripped over something?
It's a good thing Jackson's got good lighting. That's all I'll say.
Flicking the light on and then yelling at a corpse. Go, look, it's right there.
Yeah. Russ, how you finding the? How you find it when you're lost in the darkness? How are you going to find the light switch?
I mean, I think I probably just wouldn't go into the darkness.
No, no choice, mate. You're in. You've been pushed in by me and Dan, and Duncan. We've all pushed you in. Just get in the dark, Russ.
Well, I feel so to really embrace the spirit of this, I think you wouldn't have to look for a literal light. You're looking for more of a sort of metaphorical, interpretive light.
I despise bullying of all types, Russ.
It's coming up at some point. Yes.
I feel like you just have to be like,
But
give it 10 minutes, and then you'll be like, I have
think
it,
now I'll
and then
just
come out
plug
with
in
some
my
sort of
generator, as
philosophical
long as I've got
insight,
the right plug with me.
and then they'll let you out.
I love it. So you're gonna.
I'm going to
Bear
have
in
a
mind it's
philosophical
us, though.
epiphany,
Bear
and
in
they'll
mind
be
it's
like,
us.
that's it, he's seen the light.
No, bear in mind
out.
it's us. We've pushed you in there. We don't go for this. Like, we're not pushing you in
I
there.
think I'm going to die alone in the dark then.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Think you might.
yeah. If you can't find that light switch, there's a really angry man that we're gonna let into that room.
Yeah.
With a gun.
Phoning up the assassins from the other week.
I'm just going to shove Dan in because Russ is now curling up to die, so we might as well have company.
That's all right.
Oh, that was so
but Dan,
good.
what if there's a light switch? Shh, shh, shh. No, it's okay.
Well, if Dan's there, we can just use the light of Gambit charging up Dan's trouser fly and popping it open.
Yeah. I think it's very likely that I would probably follow Dan's example. I think if it was in The Last of Us and I was in a very, very dark room, I think I would be probably paralyzed with fear and probably just think I'll just die under this desk. I'll hide here and I'll just
It's
die
less
here.
bother for everyone, isn't it? I'll
Eat my
I'll
can
just-
of beans that I found and I'll just, hopefully that'll kill me a bit quicker.
What a great last meal. Cold beans. Lovely.
cold beans. It
Why
makes
would
me.
you bother eating the beans? Like, that's just going to keep you alive for that bit longer.
Well, I
You
want to have
might as
enough.
well.
I want to have enough fiber and energy in my body to, as
die.
Russ said, pound one out before I slip the
I
mortal
mean, you
coil.
could use the sharp edge and just do yourself.
You want it to be
I
a
would
good
mess
one.
it up, Duncan. I'd mess
No,
it.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not going to slit my own throat.
I'm
with
not
a
doing their
can.
work for them.
I'd fuck it up. I'd nick myself like I'd shaved, and it would just, and then I wouldn't have
Also,
the
I mean,
balls to do it again.
It looks like it hurts.
Yeah, I don't want that. I just want to fall asleep and
Just want some
you know,
beans and a wank
slip
and a
away.
nice sleep.
If an angry Joel could just shoot me on his way to killing all the fireflies,
Muttering
that
about
would be
light
absolutely
switches.
fine.
Another bloody dark room.
He just trips over you. Fuck you!
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. It's coming right for me.
Dan says he was used the light on my phone to find it. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
By himself.
Do they? Oh yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. How would they charge a phone? All the phone masts would be out. No, the phone would be alright though. If you could charge a phone up, it would have a torch on, wouldn't it? You could find
If you
something.
if you could get a generator going or something, you could charge a phone up. It wouldn't do anything.
Well,
I'm
you-
guessing.
if
in a
you had one of
post-apocalyptic
Russ
those-
would be the guy
That's
selling
wrong.
plug-based items in this future.
I know.
Sitting
I've
there
got a
with a
suggestion.
generator charging everything up. Yeah.
I've got a suggestion as to who that could be. He's just gone scavenging and found all of those wind up like oh, I'll get this charged up. Don't you worry about it. There you go. It's got 2% on.
Just a generator with like 400 power strips running off it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in plug heaven. You'd be in no danger of being killed by Joel though.
It was worth
Those
the
phone
world ending for
screens.
this.
Well, you could
Keep them
defend
miles
yourself
around.
by leaving loads of upturned plugs around you in the
Oh
dark.
man, yeah. Oh, that's the worst. That's genuinely the worst.
Unless
Well,
you
it's
also
worse,
found
worse
a
than
box.
Lego. It is the one
Yeah.
design flaw of the British plug is that it naturally rests on its back prongs up.
Sorry, the what? The one design flaw of the British plug.
It's the only negative thing you can say about the design of the plug is that it naturally rests in agony state, whereas like a US plug,
Someone's sleeping on the
always
sofa
goes
tonight.
prongs on the side, so like it wouldn't be comfortable to stand
The
on.
British plug
but
won't be letting Russ in the
nothing
bed.
nothing like that.
I do see where you're coming from, Russ. It's just that it makes me absolutely furious to listen to you.
Yeah, I see your point and I appreciate your point, but I am ignoring it.
Yeah. Right. Russ, hit us with a
Okay.
searching question.
Well, I feel like we do have to talk about what happened in the news today, which I'm sure we're all aware of. So, if you were some sort of slapstick god in charge of fucking over Rishi Sunak at his resignation speech, what else would you do to make it even more palpably embarrassing and humiliating than it already was? Because it's the sort of thing, like, if you were writing it and you would pass it to your editor and they would say, well, look, you can either have him getting drenched in rain or you can have somebody blasting things will only get better, but you can't have both of them. That would never happen in real life. That's unrealistic. So it feels like somebody's already doing this, but what else would you have liked to happen during that speech?
A burst water main. but or burst sewer so that you get showered in shit.
That'd be
I would
quite good.
like-
Yeah.
The excrement from one of the planes that is scheduled to fly to Rwanda to hit him in the head as it's dropped.
Nice. I was thinking along similar lines actually. I was going to go for a really horrible diseased London pigeon to shit on him and timed perfectly every 15 seconds. So it happens once, and he kind of ignores it and like manages going because you say what you like about him. He's a slick media person. He can keep talking through that. 15 seconds later, another one. You can like see it sort of start to tick in his eye. He's like, "The hell is this? Is this the same pigeon? What's going on here?" And then after that, he starts to sort of almost sense them coming because the timing's so regular. So you can see him sort of tense up a little bit before he gets splattered with pigeon shit from another direction. So
I was
I'd quite enjoyed
thinking
that.
maybe something like what's it? Simon from In-Betweeners would get like when he's doing this. Is it Simon? Oh, I don't know. It's like whoever Simon Bird plays. I can't remember. I was having mind fart. Will. Yeah, there you go. Will. I don't know why I was just thinking. I just couldn't think of anything else. It was on a chat because once you've seen that Rishi and Will are the same person, you know that the same kind of embarrassing thing would happen.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Will, isn't it? Yeah, that's his name, isn't it?
I think I would have loved, it raining and someone playing Things Can Only Get Better. I would have loved it if, inexplicably, Boris Johnson appeared on a zip line
Just sort of
And
like
just
slowly
like it,
lowered it.
and obviously he just got stuck
Yeah.
right above Rishi, because the last person Rishi Sunak needs to be associated with is the person to whom he was his chancellor.
Yeah.
And who
Well, I
basically
think you could then have
is
like
now
a lettuce
vilified by the
rolling
British
in
public.
from the other side as
Yeah.
well.
Dominic Cummings just sneaking out of the door as well.
Crashing a car in behind
Yeah.
him.
How about
Man. Liz Truss holding
When
the
he
book
walks
upside down
away-
still wakes me up.
when he turns and walks, he has an inexplicable, unintentional erection, and everyone sees it. I mean, he can't control it. It's like shit. He's come to the end of his speech for some reason.
Standing there with a
He's
fear
gone-
boner.
He's got a
Yeah.
fucking fear boner, and he walks away trying to hide it. But all you can see, because the rain has soaked everything, is it's got a fucking stiffy on TV.
Or like
There
he
you
turns
go.
round and there's a sign that just says "Don't elect me," like taped to his back.
So he's not resigned, has he? He's just called an
He's
election.
called the election.
But he's gonna lose.
Basically
so-
resigned.
Right.
Yeah.
So the main reason why he's called the election now is he just wants the summer holidays. Like it's just before the school holidays. He just wants to enjoy the school summer
he wants
holidays.
to
He's
fuck
like,
off to
fuck it, we're going to
California,
lose. We can just fuck off, go on holiday. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to campaign over the nicest part of the weather, the year. Fuck it, we'll just do it now. We'll lose anyway.
Honestly, I
Doesn't
do
give a
think there
shit.
is a good chance that that is not an insignificant factor in this. He's just given up.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, the only reason to do it is because you think things are going to get no better between now and the end of the year.
It's so funny because, like, Gordon Brown, right? He sat behind
Actually,
Tony
like that.
Blair for so long. Yeah, he sat behind Tony Blair for so long, like wanting to be prime minister. That when he was finally, finally became leader of the Labour Party, he had no idea what to do. Like, the next 2 years were literally a man who had no idea what he wanted to do. He had no discernible policies that were his own. And Rishi Sunak, I feel, is exactly the same. He was just like, I'm basically not Liz Truss, who detonated the economy. That's literally my thing. I'm not Liz Truss.
His go-to is solving situations they've all fucked up.
Well,
You know that switch that we
Sorry,
turned on.
Dan's just come up with the best one. That woman from Police Academy 1 was just giving him a notch under the podium.
I didn't say stop.
Amazing.
So someone just comes up and puts lettuce on there.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah, that is the whole thing, isn't it? Like, that massive bonfire we caused, we've nearly put it out. What the fuck more do you people want?
Yeah.
Like, even,
And
all
there's
the fuss they're making about interest rate, all they've done is manage to get them back to almost where they were before Liz Truss.
Yeah.
Like,
which
it's
was
not,
still fucked.
it's not,
And-
it's not good.
No.
And though they couldn't do anything about inflation, inflation would always come down because if there's a spike, everything catches up, and then inflation stops being inflation. It's just because everything stayed at roughly the same price, so it's stopped going up as fast. So they haven't done anything against inflation, but they'll claim it because they'll say we did something, but they couldn't do anything.
It's so funny though, because their claims are nothing. Like, unfortunately, Keir Starmer has so much ammunition. It's it's nearly 15 years of ammunition just ready to go.
It's like, you almost shouldn't even need to say anything. Just sort of like
So-
point at the news and go, look at that.
Yeah,
He's running on is it change is their slogan.
Well, that's always the slogan
change,
for
spare some
that's
change.
whatever the non-incumbent party is.
But that literally he can just literally stand up and say we will do the opposite of what they said they're going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, unless you kind of like this one, then we'll do that as well.
Would like to see a bit more sort of concrete boldness from him, as opposed to just
Yeah.
saying,
I mean,
yep, we'll do whatever anyone wants. Yep, we'll do that. And the
I'd
other
like
thing
to
as well.
see like a deputy that doesn't say she'd like police officers to shoot first in terrorist situations.
Mm-hmm.
But there we go. They've all said something shit.
Well, they're all
I'm gonna stop.
they're all sort of getting a bit heady with this sort of flirting with Tory voters, aren't they? They've kind of assumed that everyone who's not going to vote for the Tories is going to vote for them anyway. So they're sort of experimenting with saying nice things about Margaret Thatcher and stuff like that.
They should
And I
maybe
think
be a bit
they're just
fucking
not very
careful.
good at it.
Yeah.
They kind of get a bit over enthusiastic and go too far with it.
Well, I mean, the Conservatives in what is now Argyll, Lomond, and Argyll and Bute and South Loch Arbor, so it's a fucking huge constituency. The Conservatives are
people.
saying, vote Conservative if you want to stop the SNP, and that's their only policy.
Why would you
That's
want to
it.
stop the SNP?
Oh, a lot of people in Scotland hate the SNP.
To be fair,
They have
they're
kind of
not
fucked up.
exactly.
Yeah, they're not doing. They're not having a great time of it at the moment, are they?
Yeah.
So the thing is, before the SNP, we had an SNP MP. It was a Lib Dem, and all the Labour. You can see that all the Labour and Lib Dem votes went to the SNP. So if they don't vote SNP, it'll just go back to the Lib Dems and probably Labour, and the Conservatives will stay flat and can just fuck right off. Anyway, there you go.
Anyway, only 6 more weeks of this shit to go. Like, I think
Yeah.
fuck, we don't have 2-year election campaigns. I don't know how
Yeah.
they do it in the States. Like, you just cease caring.
Yeah, I mean it's the American campaigning has become. I mean, it's theatre now more than anything else. It's all about saying the thing at the right time. It's all way too involved. You have to win primaries and all that kind of stuff first to become not. You have to secure the nomination before you can even appear on the ballot sheet.
Yeah, at least we do it
Weird. I
relatively
can't
quickly.
believe. Well, I can
It's not
believe
butter.
that the Republicans have nominated Donald Trump again. Like, after everything that I mean, and some don't even believe he stopped being president. Like, that's the bit that kills me the most. Some
Yeah.
people don't even think he left the Oval Office, and that they go, Trump's still the president, but Biden's in the Oval Office fucking everything up. And it's like, wow. If you think about the sentence you've just said, you'll understand what the problem with America is right now.
Yeah, but asking those people to think about a sentence they've just said is probably a bit too ambitious, really.
Yeah, absolutely. God, I've got a cough all of a sudden. Do we want to do some really quick fire ones?
Yeah, I reckon I've got another 10 minutes in me.
Right.
One round of quick fires.
Yeah.
Go.
So we know how horny Russ is tortoise. If you've ever met no one watching,
Duncan, I'm going to stop
this
you here.
feels like an
Is this
inside
going to
joke
be?
again.
Is this going to be something that
only people that knew Russ from 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
No.
is this something that people,
Anyway,
only people that
tortoises
are at a
are
party at my house in 2004 are going to know?
Because that doesn't include me.
Yeah.
Tortoises are surprisingly horny.
There we go. Keep
So-
it general.
How horny are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And considering how do they relieve themselves? That's going to be embarrassing.
Well, goo, I feel, is
Yeah,
coming into
goo.
this somewhere.
Ooze. isn't it?
Ooze. Sorry, it's ooze, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
ooze.
got a nicer sound. Ooze. Love that
Um,
movie.
They're supposed to be teenagers,
They are
aren't they? Like
teenagers,
teenage.
aren't
Yeah, they're
What's
teenagers.
the name there, really?
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Tortoises are horny. And
Oh, it's Teenage
they're
Mutant Ninja
teenagers.
Turtles.
They're teenagers.
I believe they're teenagers.
None of them
right?
have a girlfriend, and they're hanging out with April O'Neil.
Don't make me turn the light out, otherwise I'm going to get
they're wanking
fury.
a lot,
So
surely.
angry.
They have to, yeah. Yeah, they are.
Oh, wait, turtles don't have a penis.
Well, they've got something.
They've got a cloaca.
A little
But
pleasure
that's
nubbin.
their arsey bit.
It's everything.
They will have an extension.
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
in.
But it's on like
Duncan,
it's
you're
on
a
the-
biologist, and
it's
you
on-
just described
isn't
it
it-
as their arsey
Don't,
bit.
don't they all have like? It's a sort of a single
Cloacas
purpose
just-
hole, isn't it? A multi hole.
Yeah, but they do, like, snakes have a penis. They have quite massive cocks.
No, snakes are.
Snakes are a
No, they
penis.
just. I see where you're getting confused there, Duncan. They look like penises. That's
No.
the
They also
Thing.
have a penis that comes out and it's quite big.
Dude, I did not know that. That is
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
so-
How,
I-
are they
Check
big?
out the snake on this snake.
Yeah.
Man, biologists mainly focus on a lot of
So
time.
is it still called a penis?
I look like a fucking Y.
The thing
I've
what
got
they
to
stick
look this
in
up.
the other one.
Yeah,
Okay, well they do have one then, and it's huge.
You wanna see me make the letter T?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it called a
Tortoises
penis?
do have a penis.
Yeah, Ninja
Oh.
Turtles are horny as fuck. Like,
Yeah. I mean, if
It's
April was
usually
wandering
quite
around,
small.
like, of course they're going to be horny as fuck. Although they're turtles, so maybe they don't find April conventionally
It doesn't
attractive.
matter. No. They will. Known that tortoises will shag shoes, or even stone hedgehogs.
There you go.
So Master Splinter wakes up just hosed down with ooze. Poor little, old rat. Yeah, they're definitely horny, and also the amount of
Like-
cheese that they eat, like on those pizzas, is going to give them some mental dreams. So they're going to be having their little loincloths are going to be absolute. They're going to be solid. They're going to be solid.
Like, do you think April goes down that first time and goes, "Oh, is this the ooze that second time after they met her, is this the ooze that still remains of the ooze that transformed you?" Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely,
That's
what that is.
definitely.
That's why it's
This isn't-
crusted to a sock, yeah.
this isn't just a massive room of
with
jizz.
with googly eyes on it.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, gross.
Why is this sock there's covered in some form of crusty substance? Got a little badge that says reporter April O'Neil on it.
Are you guys getting ready to wallpaper this room? Like, what's going on in here? Just splats. Yeah, that's gross. Of course they're horny. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Who's the horniest?
Leonardo.
Nah,
Nah, it's
Leonardo's,
Michelangelo.
Leonardo's probably into the kinkiest shit though.
It's Michelangelo.
In the latest
No, I think
cartoon, he's the
Michelangelo's
one
too.
that's got.
He's happy just eating pizza and stuff.
Yeah,
You reckon he's a lazy
Michelangelo's the-
masturbator?
Michelangelo's the best one at Fortnite.
Well, no, Donatello
Yeah.
would be in the recent one. Donatello's all the computer shit.
Yeah, no, Donatello's the best at Civilization
Yeah.
All right.
and like StarCraft, but like Michelangelo's the best at Fortnite.
Actually, I think Raphael is the horniest. He is having furious rank wanks
He's-
because he is so
he is.
angry.
Raphael's the most that's most likely to be an incel as well.
Incel. I hate that term.
Why?
No, he's not.
Well, it's involuntary celibate, which is it's a derogatory term for that you call someone. You know, it's basically like, oh, you're virgin.
Well, it's
You
like
know.
any of those things. Once it becomes like a label to vindictively stick on someone, it sort of it ceases
They
to be
claim it.
any use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Anyway, sorry. It was,
Like
yeah.
woke doesn't mean what it means it used to mean.
Yeah.
No, I agreed.
No, it does still mean what it used to mean. It means that you are understanding of people's feelings, and that now is a problem for some people. So
Yeah, but I don't know why we needed a word for that because that was already a thing. Just being
Empathy.
empathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not.
I understand.
Like,
Standing,
no one
something
decides to make these things happen. It was just something that the right wing media thought, oh yeah, we can latch onto that.
Yeah.
I think part of what they liked about it was that the sort of crusty old wankers that read their stuff don't know that term anyway, and then that makes them angry. What are these people
Crusty
talking
old
about? Words
wankers.
that I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got
He has
built-in
pronouns.
resistance.
Virgin. Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. Therefore, he's a virgin. You've never had sex with a woman, or a man, or anyone. It's like as if that's qualification. Like,
I have a question.
Go for it.
Where do Muppet babies come from?
sewing machines.
Guess they just drop out the bottom half of the Muppet when the hand comes out. Those little babies tumble out as well.
What?
Sweep them up.
Yeah.
And they're all orphans as well, pretty much.
Oh, this is getting sad. I'm sad for the
They're,
Muppets.
they're all like henned in
They're-
together, being looked after by the same person.
Penned in.
They're-
Love it.
And none of them are like being looked
No,
after
no.
by the Muppets.
They're,
So-
it's darker. They're actually cut-offs. They're literally remade scraps from their parents.
Nice.
Essentially, the
Ah.
parents have been recycled into the Muppet Babies.
Or even worse, the parents don't even know. Like when the parents were made, like you say, the offcuts were turned into that. Like there's a baby Kermit. It's just like, oh, it was a little bit of green shit.
It
Just
wasn't,
throw that
wasn't
in.
enough to like make
One of the
this.
swords is
It's like just
crushed.
half a face. Going,
Yeah. Is it, what was that? Sorry.
Picture like, you know, when in any sci-fi movie when they go into the room full of clones in tanks, it's like that.
Oh, yeah,
all these
yeah.
misshapen bits of cotton and fabric and fur.
Kill me.
Just a googly eye dangling with a brainstem behind it.
Oh god. Put me out of my
I'm
misery.
in
Put me on
constant
the fire.
pain.
Yeah, I like the idea that when a hand is removed, that way it just fall out the bottom. Like, if you rub Miss Piggy and Kermit together, pull your hand out of Miss
Baby's
Piggy plank. I falls out on its side. Then Frank Oz has to come along and stuff some sticks into it. Like, there we go. Look, we got another one. Hey, hey, yeah.
Oh, that's really disturbing.
Yeah. Have you got enough time, Dan? Like, or
Yeah,
should we-
well, let's
should we-
keep going. Yeah,
All right, quick one. What made-up sport would you like to be good at?
Basketball.
Nice.
I love that film. I just want to do psych outs.
And it actually
Yeah,
does
he's
work as a sport. You
got
can
that
actually
speed.
play it, can't you?
Yeah, you can. There's like actual basketball leagues. Yeah. Yeah, basketball.
Nice. I'll go pod racing.
That's the best one. Yeah.
So, but I'd like to actually be good at it, which probably means not being human, because there's no way that any human can pilot something at the speed of sound and not die instantly.
Would you have one of the big clunky ones like Sebulba?
I'd quite like. Is it Ben Quadranero that's got the 4-engined one?
Oh yeah.
That
He
one's
sits
quite
inside
nice.
the hoop, doesn't he? Is that the one, or
No,
is that-
that's the
no.
guy with the long, he's got like 8 arms.
Oh yeah.
And he's going with everything all at once. Yeah, his one's quite cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
We could
Yeah,
do a whole
probably.
pod on made-up sports, to be fair.
Yeah. Dan,
But-
Duncan, what are yours? What do you want to be good at? Would you be the
Uh,
MVP at?
Oh, that was it. Geeble
Geeble.
from Green Wing. Guys, Secatans. Geeble.
This top miler.
Okay, yeah. I was like, oh, another obvious one would be Quidditch, but nah, fuck it, Geeble.
Geeble.
Love Green Wing.
Blonkerton. I had to look it up from The Office. That's the one with
Best Office.
the paper attached to their feet, isn't it?
Yeah, the like where they got to walk like with sort of snowshoes almost.
Yeah. What was the one where they had to throw the ball across the thing called? I can't remember what it's called.
This is when they're doing like the Dunder Mifflin Olympics, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they didn't necessarily have names for all of them.
That one did though, because it's called something about Toby. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Mhm.
Very good. Geeble, a notable highlight there. I had completely forgotten that was a thing. Absolutely superb. Quick one. Halo, Master Chief in his suit needs a shit. How does he do it? Is it suit recycling going on inside, or is there a clever hatch system? But if he had the hatch system, how does he reach around to wipe his bottom? Or does that happen with the suit?
I'm going to have to assume
Cortana
that
does
with the level of technology that we're talking about, there must be some sort of system in place. Because if there isn't, that's a pretty huge oversight, isn't it? By the end of
Cortana, open my butt hatch.
by the end of a mission, he's like, Cortana's like, Chief, why are you walking funny? It's like the shit's about nipple high now, and if I don't get out of this thing in the next couple of days, we're going to have a serious problem.
I imagine, like a little robot hand that grabs the poop, and then a little hand that pushes a little cleany brush up and down.
Your idea of my technology is just loads of little robot hands that do everything.
Some brushes, little butt flossing, and you're done. Yeah.
Oh, there must be some. I mean, like, does he poop? Could it be? Is it some sort of? Is it part of the Spartanification process that they remove that?
Remove your need to poop. Space Marines don't poop, do they?
We don't know.
I don't think they've ever covered that in detail.
They must.
I mean, they must do.
They would be amazing shits, I would imagine.
Solid adamantium.
Can you imagine the amount of
We've
protein
actually-
you would need to be a space marine?
Well,
We've never
it's
really
all not because
discussed.
they talk about how like they can survive for like months without food, but like how do they maintain that muscle mass? Although there are like animals have a sort of a natural
Dan's
level
itching
of
to tell us.
muscularity that they're sort of
No,
trying to. So like if you like a gorilla is far more muscular than a human, but doesn't eat that much more than we do.
I have a fun question. Actually, I'm going to piggyback on something that if they eat, they poop. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This a mutual friend. The suit-built colonic irrigation system solidifies extracted poop and turns it into ammo for his assault rifle.
Nice.
I have a question. I want to ask all of you, and I think I know the answer. Me and Dan have a mutual friend who is convinced he could beat a chimp in a fight.
Oh no, you'd die
Right?
like
No.
pretty much immediately.
They are fucking nut jobs.
Yeah.
They
chimp?
are
Yeah.
they are.
Baby chimps, about the cutest things in existence. Adult chimps will kill you for the fun of killing you.
They have
Am I
immense
armed?
strength.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Am I armed?
Are we talking about in a fight? Am I in a bunker with a high-powered rifle?
Yeah. Do
I
I
think-
have a Browning M2 that
I
I
think
can
the
fire
agreement was you're just in an arena.
No, it'd kill you. Like if that chimp was
Any-
annoyed with you, it would kill you. You have no
like
chance.
Mario against Donkey Kong.
If you and Dan's mutual friend is basically like one of us, we would die. If it's like Super Ninja guy of some kind,
I still
then
think they'd die.
I don't think so. I think someone who actually knows how to handle themselves might stand a chance against a chimp. But chimps are fucking nuts.
They're incredibly strong. Their limbs are far longer than ours, so it could reach you before you could reach it.
They are short. They are shorter than us.
They've got better reach than we have. And they're not that much shorter. An adult chimp is like 5 foot tall. They're pretty
Like
big.
I think Aaron Donald would
Oh,
win
excuse me.
Maybe.
against a chimp.
But
You
then if you
reckon?
did win,
Yes.
how are you going to feel about yourself? Nobody's going to respect that, are they?
battered a chimp to death.
Yeah.
I saw a chimp with alopecia, and it was one of the most terrifying things I'd ever fucking seen because it is fucking ripped.
Though generally, chimps are pack hunters, so they don't usually fight on their own, but they are beast. But I don't know why you want to be a chimp. You just like watch like bonobos. They like, we're not going to fight. We're just going to fuck. Bonobos just fuck they fuck the shit away. They fuck the problems away. Like, boys, we're having a
it's
fight.
fuck the pain away.
Fuck. Yeah, well,
Fuck the pain away.
Yeah, fuck the pain away. Fuck.
Brooke says, "I'm shorter than all of you. None of you would stand a chance against me." This is true.
No, that's true. I mean, you say that.
Well, but
Most
with all due
people,
respect, Brooke, you're not a chimp. So, like, you, yeah. But we're going to get creamed by you and the chimp.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
if I go into a ring with Brooke, I'll lose.
Yeah.
If I go into the ring with a chimp, I'll lose.
Yeah.
Also,
Unless
like a
I have
chimp
a
has got a
2x4.
far, it's got a far thicker skull than we have. So, like, even if you punched it really hard in the head, you'd probably just break your hand and it wouldn't care.
What if I had a baseball bat with a nail through it and the word whackers written down the side of it?
Does that,
Like,
does that
how-
make a
would
big
you-
difference?
Would you rate my chances now?
A bit more. Just hope the chimp doesn't get. They know how to use tools.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you pick
what
up a
if I
stick and
had a
start whacking it, it might
lightsaber?
just do the same to you.
You would win.
No,
Yeah.
you'd lose, Tom.
I'd
Would
have
you
killed
chop
myself.
yourself into pieces? Yes.
This is great. Ah, my feet.
You would get
My-
one chance of a one hit, and then you'd probably lose.
I'd lose it. So it would be holding me at lightsaber point before I knew what was going on.
Oh my god, it's got
Oh
it!
my
It's
god,
got it!
it's got it, and my wallet, and my bus pass. It's got everything. It's got my phone. It's calling my wife. Oh my god, it's taken my wife.
I'm
Yeah.
Tom now.
Oh god, my son's calling it dad.
The chimp just looks at you and goes, "My wife."
Yeah. Take her. Just please stop stealing things.
Has anyone seen that Human Giant sketch with the chimp
No.
where he gets the gun? And then it just goes, "Please don't do this. Please don't." I'll show you it. It's hilarious.
I want to see this. Do we have any more really quick fire ones? But we're pushing an hour now, so we should probably start to call it a quits.
Yeah.
What do we do? Should we wrap it up and save these other searching questions for another time?
Let's do it. Yeah,
Let's
I'm
do
up
it.
for that.
It's been ages since we've done searching questions. I, for one, have had a really good time. We hope
do.
you have had a really good time. If you were watching us on the stream, thank you very much. If you instead are listening to us when the pod goes up, thank you very much as well. You're definitely in the majority, but why not check out the stream every once in a while? That would be quite nice. If you want to hit us up on social media to let us know your searching questions that we could include into the next episode, you can hit us up on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Use the handle at TMTOOH and go to Instagram. And if you go to the bio, you'll find a link to our Discord server where you can chat about all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. It's absolutely popping off in that place. Other than that, Dan, I know that there's some movie stuff on the horizons.
Yeah, I think so. I want to talk films because I watched potentially my film of the year fairly recently.
What was that?
What was
We're not
that?
even
All
halfway
the
through.
episodes of X-Men '97 back to back.
Correct. Yes, it was.
Yes.
No, I watched. I think Dan's on the stream watching. I watched Challengers recently, and it is really fucking good, and I loved it, and I can't stop thinking of it about it. It is. It's just great.
Yeah, that's how I felt after Deep Throat.
There's one bit where one of them deep throats a churro, sorry, but yeah. So
It's my shock face.
it's charged with sexual tension. This whole film, and it is fucking brilliant.
You and charging.
Yes. What?
You and charging. You know,
Charging?
being charged by Gambit.
Gambit.
Charged
yeah.
by all
Oh, there we
sorts.
go. Yeah, yeah.
I'm with
I
you.
feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
you've lost control of this outro a little bit.
Yeah.
I have. Anyway, so there we go. Movie stuff, social media stuff, and it's time for the goodbye stuff. Russ, goodbye.
Latest peeps.
Duncan, goodbye.
Cheery bye. Bye,
Dan?
handies. Thank you.
Bye, handies. Dan, goodbye.
Goodbye, all the handies.
Yeah, goodbye to all the
yeah.
handies. It's goodbye from me, Tom. And on that note,
Happy endings.
Music.